OpenAI just shipped a ChatGPT feature called Dreaming, and the name isn't marketing fluff. It literally describes what the feature does. When ChatGPT isn't actively chatting with you, it processes its memories about you in the background, it updates outdated information, it reconciles contradictions, it rewrites stale context to match your current situation. It does this without being prompted on its own time, based on patterns it identifies. The example OpenAI used in their announcement, if ChatGPT remembered you're going to Singapore in July, after July ends, it dreams that memory into you went to Singapore in July 2026. So future responses don't assume you're still there. It's small, it's also genuinely disturbing if you sit with it for a minute. Today, I'll walk through what Dreaming actually does, the broader memory upgrade, the Codex Mobile feature that came alongside it, and the privacy implications people aren't talking about. Dreaming is part of a larger ChatGPT memory upgrade that rolled out in late May 2026. The mechanical version, ChatGPT now updates its memory automatically. You don't have to manually correct outdated information. The system tracks the passage of time and revises memories that reference time-sensitive facts. It also resolves contradictions when new information conflicts with old information. The deeper version, ChatGPT, is now running background processes about you, not just when you're talking to it, continuously, building, refining, and reconciling its model of who you are. OpenAI's stated benchmark improvement, Dreaming, provides substantial lift in cases where the passage of time changes the correct answer. So if you ask ChatGPT for restaurant recommendations and it knew you were traveling, Dreaming ensures it doesn't suggest restaurants in your travel city after you've returned home. The capacity also doubled. Plus and Pro users now get twice the memory capacity they had before. ChatGPT can hold significantly more context about your work, your relationships, your preferences, your goals. This is good for the product. It's also a different kind of relationship with an AI than what existed 6 months ago. The earlier ChatGPT memory feature was passive. It stored facts. You added or removed them. The AI used what you told it to use. Dreaming is active. The AI processes its stored information without your involvement and changes its own understanding of you. The closest human analogy is your friend has been thinking about you when you're not around. They've updated their mental model of who you are based on things you said weeks ago. They've drawn conclusions you didn't explicitly tell them. That's exactly what's happening in Dreaming. And it works because, for the most part, it makes ChatGPT more useful. The responses are more current, the recommendations are more accurate, the conversation feels less like restarting and more like continuing. But pause for a second on what just happened to the product. A chatbot doesn't think about you when you're not there. An entity that thinks about you when you're not there is something else. I'm not saying ChatGPT is conscious, it's not, but the affordance, the user experience, has shifted into territory that doesn't have a good name yet. 3 practical effects worth understanding. 1, your ChatGPT is becoming much more useful. The longer you use it consistently, the more accurate its model of you becomes. By month 6, it knows your work patterns, your communication style, your recurring concerns. The output quality improves measurably. 2, switching costs are now real. If you've been using ChatGPT for a year and switched to Claude, you're starting over. The memory advantage compounds. Anthropic and Google are now racing to build comparable memory systems for the same reason. 3, the value of one consistent AI tool now exceeds the value of using multiple AI tools across providers. The instinct to use ChatGPT for some tasks and Claude for others starts to break down when memory becomes the differentiator. You may want to consolidate. The competitive implication for the industry, memory is becoming the moat, not the model quality, which evens out across providers within months, the accumulated context about each user. Alongside Dreaming, OpenAI also shipped Codex in the mobile ChatGPT app. This is the news that didn't make headlines, but might matter more in the long run. Codex Mobile lets you connect your phone to a Mac running Codex and continue coding work while you're away from your desk. Start a session at your computer. Walk to a coffee shop, continue approving Codex actions, reviewing diffs, and answering its questions from your phone. The implications are real for the work from anywhere development workflow. Developers can now stay engaged with long-running coding tasks without being being chained to a desk. Code review, troubleshooting, and approval flows all happen from a phone. The catch? You still need a Mac running Codex. The phone is a remote control, not a standalone coding environment. So this only matters if you already have the desktop setup. Codex is now used by 5 million weekly users for coding work. Combined with the mobile companion, that user base is going to grow faster. Expect Codex to be a much bigger story by end of 2026. The third thing OpenAI shipped recently, ChatGPT, can now search live job listings, tailor your resume per job, and help you apply. Connected sources include Indeed, Upwork, Appcast, and broader web searches. You ask ChatGPT to find roles matching your background, and it returns actual live posting. You can upload an existing resume or have it create one, then tailor it for specific opportunities. The intended use is helping job seekers. The actual outcome is going to be that the entire job application process becomes AI versus AI. Applicants use ChatGPT to write applications. Recruiters use AI to screen them. The signal-to-noise ratio in the job market collapses. This connects back to Script 17's IMF warning. The tools accelerating the entry-level squeeze are getting more powerful, not less. AI is replacing entry-level work. AI is also making it harder to get hired into the entry-level work that remains. The realistic implication, networking, referrals, and direct outreach matter more than ever. The traditional resume and application path is now polluted to the point of being unreliable for both sides. Here's the part that should make you pause. ChatGPT is now actively building, updating, and reconciling a comprehensive model of you. It has more memory capacity than before. It processes your information in background loops. It's reaching into job applications, resume content, calendar context if you give access. OpenAI's stated policies on memory are reasonable. You can view, edit, and delete memories. You can turn the feature off. The data is encrypted, but the structural reality is different from any AI tool of 2 years ago. An entity that thinks about you when you're not interacting with it, that retains and refines its understanding of you over months, that crosses into your job search and work and relationships. This is a different category of product than a chatbot. The question isn't whether OpenAI is acting in bad faith. They probably aren't. The question is, what happens to all this context over time? What happens if OpenAI gets acquired? What happens if the data is subpoenaed in a divorce or lawsuit? What happens if there's a breach? If you're going to use dreaming and the extended memory, do it consciously. Check your memory settings monthly. Delete what doesn't need to be there. Don't tell ChatGPT things you wouldn't tell a coworker. In the comments, would you turn on dreaming, knowing what it does, or do you prefer the older passive memory? I want to know how people are actually thinking about this trade-off. Subscribe. Next video is the Apple WWDC predictions for next week and the AI bombs that are about to drop.